Butler from DBA Lawyers. You're an estate planner. Would that be fair?
Yes, but primarily on the SMSF front.
Okay, so when we're talking about estates, obviously we're talking about the death of somebody.
Yes.
So do you when you raise that issue with someone, do you go, have you thought about, you have to be quite, careful about how it comes up?
We do, but it's like everyone needs to deal with this issue, and a lot of people have it putting it back in their minds. So we bring it to the front of mind, and we are delicate. We go through the process and just explain to them this is the process. Often they're coming to us with some view of getting their position fixed anyway.
Okay. So when you say they're getting their position, they're getting their death position, getting all their ducks in a row so they can die in peace.
That's it.
As such.
Yeah, with their self-managed fund.
Okay. The reason I'm asking that is how prepared are we within the self-managed super fund industry to die happily and with everything covered?
Well, that's the point, Andrew. A lot of people are not prepared at all, and just on wills alone, there's still 50% or more of the population without a will.
Yeah.
And even then, a lot of people think their will also cover their self-managed fund. So what happens is generally the self-managed fund assets will go outside of their estate and needs to be succeeded to separately from their own estate. So it's quite different to their estate.
Okay. Is there any level of confusion around estate planning and self-managed funds? I mean, do people go into them thinking, that must just be part of the will anyway, or?
Well, look, I liken a self-managed fund to a hot air balloon. There's a lot of people, like the mums and dads, are getting into the self-managed fund, like the hot air balloon.
Yeah.
And they go up flying, and who knows, where are they heading? They may not have a great plan where they're heading, and if it falls from the sky, they have to be prepared for that. So this is about life's journey, and part of life's journey is thinking about the end in mind.
Yep.
So really planning the end in mind and starting with an appropriate succession plan, covering the fund, who's going to take control of that fund, say on the loss of the first spouse.
Yep.
And indeed, if you have an accident where, say, both spouses go together, then we have to prepare for the loss of both of those spouses together, where it's then going to wash up to the children, so the children need to take control.
Yep. How easy is it to wind up a fund if, say, the kids decide they don't want to take control of it, or they just want to divvy it up and get their bit?
Look, winding it up is just a formality, but
Okay.
what we need to prepare for is the potential disputes, bickering, second spouse.
Sounding like a lawyer, aren't you?
Another relationship comes out of the woodwork.
Yep.
And not everything is done in a really coordinated fashion here, because some children may have advances during their life or needs special care taken of them. And some people are not capable of really taking on that role of being executor, looking after the fund and looking after that wealth. So it could really dramatically change their lifestyle.
Okay, so what are the key things you would like advisors to know about estate planning and self-managed super funds?
Well, it's again just thinking with the end in mind, and when we do set them up, where is their succession plan? And it's not simply a fix like what they call the binding death benefit nomination. That's only part of it, and not everyone needs one of those, but it's looking at the overall concept of relating their estate and their super together. And
obviously it's a changing beast, so it's not a matter of parking it once it's done the first time. Keep an eye on it.
Definitely, Andrew. What you've got to do is set it up correctly, have the right documents in place, and have a plan. And this plan we revisit. And for the average advisor,
like you do it yearly, or?
Well, look, yearly, yes. Keeping an eye on things. That's where the advisor, like the financial planner or the accountant, is keeping an eye on their client, making sure we're going in the right direction. There's nothing that needs fine-tuning.
Yep.
And then it may be a meeting with their lawyer, say every 3 years, just to go over things, make sure things are still in check, and if there's anything that needs adjusting, just adjust it.
Okay.
And as long as they have their documents there, their deed, their constitution, their enduring power of attorney documents.
The health.
Oh, well, the health, that's right, health, and their family's still together and it's going in the right direction, then it's reasonably straightforward, and therefore, the hard work is really at the front end and just getting the right plan in place.
Right, but as you say, more than half Australians don't even have a will, so get cracking.
Well, that's it, and then very few have any planning at all with their self-managed funds, so this is even worse than that 50% statistics.
I think I'm one of those. Thanks for the kick up the bum. Good on you, Jan.